It's holiday time. Time to watch, as far as I'm concerned, it's time to watch every holiday movie, every TV special, everything you can think of. This is my favorite time of year.
It is her favorite time of year. And it is time to watch certain movies and certain TV specials.
So we are going to give you our breakdown of our favorite holiday movies and TV specials and such to watch. So here we go.
Okay.
Let's see. How do we even get started? Because
I'm not sure.
This is my favorite time of year, mainly because of the movies, the music, the TV specials, all of that. I love all of it. My list, I could not really condense. I kind of put things in different categories, but it's a lot. So I think, why don't we go with you were able to come up with a top 5.
I came up with the top 5 for movies. I have several honorable mentions. And then for TV, I have just 5.
Okay. This is a lot. So I don't want to take forever. Let's think about this. So first off, we're filming this on Thanksgiving Day. So happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
I did want to just mention the obvious 2 Thanksgiving movies that people should be watching today.
Okay.
Or this weekend. Mm-hmm. First is Home for the Holidays, one of my favorite all-time movies.
Yep.
And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which if you want to cry, that's the movie to watch. I usually turn it off before the ending because I can't take it.
I think yesterday was the 37th anniversary of Planes, Trains,
Oh, really?
and Automobiles being released.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 Thanksgiving movies that for me I have to watch around this time of year.
Yes, I'll give those to you. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's do TV specials then, because I was able also to just do like a top 4. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
So those are probably all going to be the same. So let's go from there.
A Muppet Family Christmas.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Probably not. I haven't seen it in 71 years, something like that. I don't know. It's been a long, probably,
But I'm glad it's your favorite.
Probably. Well, look, there's not a lot
Okay.
of TV specials.
There's a ton. But anyway, I don't really have them in order, so you just go ahead with your top 5. And
Okay,
we'll go
so
from there.
in 5th place is A Muppet Family Christmas.
Okay.
4th is A Drunk History Christmas.
Was that with Ryan Gosling?
No.
Oh.
It was lesser. It was not as many big name actors, but it was funny. It was good.
Good?
It was loosely.
I'll have to look.
I think from memory, which is terrible for me, was loosely based on.
It was The Night Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was Ryan Gosling.
I don't remember him in it, and he wasn't listed. So, number 3, I have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Is that's different than Rudolph's Shiny New Year? Is that different? Oh, okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is the original.
Right.
It's the only one I know, actually.
Oh, you don't know Rudolph's Shiny New Year?
No.
And that's the one with the dentist.
Yes, Herbie.
And the monster.
The Bumble.
Okay.
The thing you don't know about Bumbles is Bumbles bounce.
You went over the side of the cliff.
Didn't I ever tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles bounce!
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just not. I don't know why. I'm just not a super fan of that one for some reason.
I'm gonna say I'm not either. I haven't seen it in probably.
It's your number 3, so you better be.
There weren't the list was not as expansive as movies,
Okay.
right? And there's a bunch of those that I didn't see or didn't really care for.
Okay.
So this was pretty easy.
He's a little bit of a Grinch though, so he doesn't watch a lot of Christmas stuff. So.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay. So number 2 is How I Stole Christmas.
Yes. The original 30-minute cartoon
Yes.
is yes.
1966.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before any of us were born.
The OG, the original Grinch.
That's right.
And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here.
It's on my list too, so
Yeah, okay.
that's a classic.
And number 1 is A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes, that's on mine as well.
Yeah.
We do watch that every year. Yeah, there's nothing better.
Right.
You put that music on and you're celebrating the holidays. There's
Yeah.
just nothing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've killed it. Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
All right, so what I have in addition to that, my favorite special thing is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I love the music, I love the little mice and the people, and he breaks the clock, and now Santa's not going to find the town, and oh, I love it so much. So every year that's a must for me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you hope, and I'll hurry. You pray, and I'll plan. We'll do what's necessary, 'cause even a miracle needs a hand.
I have The Grinch, I have Charlie Brown, and then my real second favorite is The Year Without a Santa Claus. With Heat Miser and Snow Miser, and Santa's gonna take the year off, and
He's Mr. White Christmas, he's Mr. Snow. He's Mr. Icicle, he's Mr. Tenderloin.
Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
He's too much.
just all the music and the different stories of all the people involved, and it's just fun. So those claymation things again, like Rudolph, and Frosty the Snowman, and you can't beat those. I don't know if kids watch those at all anymore, but for us, it just puts you right in the mood.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of kids that don't even know those exist. Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
Kids today.
Okay, so the
I say as I made it up.
Okay, so we'll move on to movies. The one thing I did want to talk about is we have our tradition now that we watch the Harry Potter movies over the Christmas break. Mm-hmm. This year we are going to be on a cruise for a few days, so stick around for those videos. We're going to have to figure out how to start and then finish after the cruise and that sort of thing. A lot of people consider Harry Potter movies to be Christmas movies, and so I wanted to kind of take those out of the running because we put those in a special place and we make sure that we watch them throughout the break. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Obviously, highly recommended. It's just that to me, they're their own world and thing that we kind of do on their own.
Yeah, and we had this discussion about what constitutes a Christmas movie. There are a bunch of movies that are considered Christmas movies that are set kind of around Christmas, or Christmas is very minor point or part of it, and they're considered Christmas movies, but they're not really a movie about Christmas.
Right.
And there's some on my list. I couldn't help it. I went with it. But
if you pull up a Christmas movie list, there are some weird ones on there that you're like, so they celebrated Christmas. And I get what you're saying, that Harry Potter, he does celebrate Christmas every year, but I don't know. For whatever reason, we do this too during Christmas, so we definitely consider them Christmas movies.
Yeah, we put it in a separate category, I think, because it's how we look at them. Yeah. Versus how everybody else looks at them. I didn't see any of these on a Christmas list.
Really?
I didn't. None of the Christmas lists I looked at.
They are Christmas movies, but anyway.
I'm not arguing. Certainly not going to argue with you.
Okay, let's go with your top 5 movies then.
Okay, my top 5 movies
for the holidays.
Sorry, for the holidays. Yes. Number 5, Trading Places.
See, that's one of those that I don't really consider a Christmas movie, but it is on all the lists. I'll give it to you.
It's in all the lists, and Dan Aykroyd actually dresses up as Santa, so it's a little bit bigger part.
It is set from Christmas to New Year's, because then the last part is at New Year's.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went with it.
Merry New Year!
Happy New Year. In this country, we say Happy New Year.
Ha 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 ha! Thank you for correcting my English, which stinks.
Number 4, Single All the Way.
Okay, we're going to have to pause to talk about this movie. This is my number 2 on modern movies. So, we've not talked about Single All the Way on here.
I don't believe so.
Okay, settle in, everyone. Settle in, boys and girls.
Here comes a story from Danny.
Single All the Way is a movie on Netflix. It stars Brandon. Is his name Brandon or Michael Urie?
I don't remember.
I get him confused because there's a Brandon that's the singer, and then there's...
You go ahead and I'll help you figure it out.
It also is Kathy and Jimmy, and what's his face? The father. I mean, like, there's a lot of good people in it.
Barry Bostwick.
Yes. It's the happiest movie ever made. It is something that I seek out all year long. When I am in a bad mood or something horrible has happened, I put on Single All the Way because it is the happiest movie I've ever seen in my life. It is a Christmas movie, so I also make sure I watch it multiple times throughout the Christmas season.
Michael Urie.
Yeah. He's also on Shrinking. He was on Ugly Betty. He's fantastic, and he's so lovely in this movie. It is just a movie about him and his family trying to set him up with his best friend, roommate, or someone else. They're just the happiest family, and it's full of love and joy. You put it on your list for a reason.
Yeah, it's. I don't like situations of tension, and a lot
There's
of movies.
not a single one in this movie.
Well, this movie's situation of tension is still very
Happy.
So it's just a happy movie.
It should be called Happy All the Way.
Yeah,
instead
really.
Of Single All the Way.
Yeah, Happy for the Holidays or something. It's just such a sweet story and so many good little scenes in it.
Yes.
It's
You
just great.
laugh. It's actually really clever in the writing. There's a lot of moments to laugh to.
Yeah.
And you will cry happy tears. And you will just be in the best mood after you watch it. So if you have not, go to Netflix, watch Single All the Way. It's a family movie. It's everything. And it's just the best. So good choice for number 4.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
How'd it go? It was kind of great. Okay. Yes. Details?
It's so obvious. How come only Grandpa sees what we see? All you have to do is look at their faces. It's pure love.
I know, but why don't even they see it is the question.
Love is blind.
No, that's when you fall in love with someone who's ugly.
Moving on.
Number 3 for me is A Christmas Story.
Okay.
That's just...
It doesn't make my list, but it is one that you have to watch every year.
Yeah, I mean, it is... It's an institution now.
It is.
Yeah.
Over the years, I got to be quite a connoisseur of soap. My personal preference is for Lux, but I found Palmolive had a nice, piquant after-dinner flavor. Heady, but with just a touch of mellow smoothness. Lifebuoy, on the other hand.
Number 2, Love Actually. It's on the Christmas list. It takes place. There's the Christmas pageant.
Oh, that's the whole point of the movie, though, is leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
So it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. And my number 1.
Hold on, Love Actually.
Oh, sorry, Love Actually.
Let's just say this is what I ask everyone when we talk Love Actually. Which storyline is your favorite?
I think mine changes.
It's true, yeah.
Because the first thing that I thought of, and I don't know if it's because the picture I saw when I first pulled this up on IMDb this morning, but it's Hugh Grant and Maureen McCutcheon.
Oh.
The Prime Minister and Plumpy. Oh, that's what her dad calls her.
That doesn't make it right.
No, I'm sorry. Natalie.
I beg your pardon?
He said no one's going to fancy a girl with thighs the size of big tree trunks. Not a nice guy, actually. In the end.
Being Prime Minister, I could just have him murdered.
Thank you, sir. I'll think about it.
Do. The SAS are absolutely charming. Ruthless, trained killers are just a phone call away.
Natalie. Okay.
But there's so many
Mine
good
is
ones.
Colin Firth. I love,
Yeah.
When they can't communicate, but they're constantly communicating.
Yeah.
And then they both,
Yeah.
she learns English just in cases.
Yes.
Theirs is my favorite. But again, then I'll always go, oh, but wait, because every story is so wonderful.
Well, and the downer of the movie involves 2 of my favorite actors, Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Their storyline is, such a downer, but
yeah.
But I love Emma Thompson and Alan Rickman.
Oh, they're both
I don't like
amazing.
seeing him being a jerk, but
right. But
Man.
actually, Hugh Grant, I just saw in an interview, was talking about that this movie is actually about pain more than love, or how pain, is caused from love and things like that. And if you go through each story, there is a level of pain there, whether it's Liam Neeson losing his wife and the boy losing his mom. And, you can go through each thing and kind of recognize that there's some pain there behind everything.
But then you get to Colin.
Well, his girlfriend cheats on him in the beginning.
Oh, I guess.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone to France, and he never would have met her. So, you gotta. I mean, Rick Grimes, who, he's in love with
Rick Grimes,
Keira Knightley. I mean, and he can't have her. There's pain there, you know. But I do love the concept of the story. Obviously, all the different kinds of love, unrequited or sibling or parental or whatever it is. There's just every kind of love in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, it's 20 whatever years old. People know. I don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, if you know.
Actually, it came out in 2003, so it's 21 years old.
There you go. And number 1.
Yes.
The Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves that movie.
I love that movie.
But again, it's so funny that it's a Christmas movie because I watch it all year. So it's not something that I always go, oh, on Christmas it's going to start coming on. It's on the TV all year long.
It is.
But it is I mean, come on. You can't. It's so good. And out of those two stories, which one would
my answer is Jack Black and Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
On the surface, when you think about it, if I said to you, Kate Winslet's love interest is going to be Jack Black, you kind of like, okay, buddy.
Well, back then, though, again, this came out in 2006. So.
Well, it's not even that. It's just, are there two more different people in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, but it works. It works so well, and especially within, it's Jack Black being a little bit more reserved than his normal, being a lot more reserved than his normal self. But he's still in there. But yeah, that's just such a good storyline for me.
Yeah.
But Jude Law and Cameron Diaz is just as good.
Yeah, I agree.
Iris, if you were a melody. I used only the good notes.
It's a classic, even though it's only 18 years old. It is a classic.
Yeah, it's just a win all the way around, no matter which one is your favorite.
Absolutely,
everything's great about it.
Yeah.
So there.
Good top 5.
Thank you. That's me.
Let's see how I can arrange this. So
you don't need to cover it anymore.
I kind of thought there are a few movies that have come out like in the last 4 or 5 years that I love now. I have to watch those every year. Then there's classics.
Okay.
That I kind of put in another category. Mm-hmm. Then there are the last 20 years of things that are on TBS every day. And I also have to talk about those somehow. So it's like, it was very hard for me, but that's kind of what you covered. So as far as the new movies, Spirited is number 1. This is Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, the musical. I watch it for Will Ferrell. He's so good in it. And Octavia Spencer. It's just a great musical and a great movie. And again, puts me in a good mood and just makes you feel good.
Yeah, and the strength of the movie is Will Ferrell.
Then I had Single All the Way, which we talked about. Noelle. This is a Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader movie on Disney Plus. So Spirited is on Apple TV Plus. Single All the Way is on Netflix. And again, I think part of this is when they're streaming and they don't come on TBS every single day, people forget about them. So that's kind of where my mind was in this little category. Mm-hmm. Noelle is on Disney Plus. I love the concept of that. I just think it's, again, a very sweet movie. And
clever.
She's funny.
Clever movie.
Yeah, and I cry every time. So that's what I want in my Christmas movies.
No, that's been known to happen.
Did you study in school? No, I majored in calligraphy, had a minor in popcorn stringing. None of this makes sense.
Jingle Jangle. It's a Netflix movie. It's a musical. It's so good. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
And I can't even think of, is Anika Noni Rose the daughter?
I think so.
The music is so good. And it's just, again, it picks you up. It makes you feel good. And it's smart. It's like this whole steampunk type of thing. And
Yeah, and it's such a good story, and it's so beautiful. It's
Yeah,
just a
visually,
really good-looking
yeah,
movie.
exactly.
And the performances are...
The
I'm
music.
still disappointed it's not talked about it more than it is.
Right. I think it really got overlooked. And again, go to Netflix, check it out.
You see? You see? I told you. It doesn't work.
He does. You just have to believe.
Professor, you really are the greatest inventor of all.
I'm not an inventor. And you're not an inventor either.
The last one I have, I think more is in the last, because it's 10 years old. But Love the Coopers. I couldn't even find it on a Christmas list, and that's why I wanted to kind of set it out. It does come on the TV channels. I see it on the movie channels a lot, but I don't think people talk about it. But this is a very depressing movie. This is one of those that they really have to kind of tear you down before you get to the lovely Christmas feeling at the end. But it's Diane Keaton and John Goodman and Olivia Wilde and Marissa Tomei and Anthony Mackie and Alan Arkin. I mean, it's a huge Timothée Chalamet was in it. He was like 15 or something. It's a huge cast, but it's a really... Steve Martin. When you can get through kind of the sadness, again, it brings you around to this lovely place. And it's just about family and... it's just one of those that, again, I have to watch every year, even though it puts me in that mood.
Yeah, I get that. And I have watched it. You and I have a different view on movies. And
I like sad movies.
She loves sad movies. I will go through some sadness to get to a happy ending, but this is too much for me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That feeling like you've landed in the wrong life. Everybody feels that way, Ruby.
Yeah.
But it's very good.
Yeah.
So if you see it, come on, just check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so then moving to like my classics, which are anything, before 2000, my favorite that I have to watch every year is Mixed Nuts.
Yep.
Steve Martin, Rita Wilson,
Liev
Schreiber, a very young Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I know I'm missing people. But it's funny, but I also don't think it's funny to everyone. I tried to show my parents this movie and we had to turn it off. They thought it wasn't good. It's like Juliette Lewis. I guess it's something like I've just loved it since the first time I saw it. And I also love Steve Martin and will love anything he does. So that's one that I also I own, so I watch it every year.
You're upset because it's Christmas. Christmas is a time when you look at your life through a magnifying glass and whatever you don't have feels overwhelming. Being alone is so much lonelier at Christmas. Everything sad is so much sadder at Christmas. You can't give in to this, Felix.
White Christmas is probably the oldest thing on here for me. Just, again, everyone knows it, but it is that classic. And my sister and I used to do the sisters thing. And
sure.
How about those big brown eyes? Oh, they're blue. Brown. Ah, blue. Oh, yeah. Deep blue.
Sisters.
That's
Sorry.
right. The Ref.
Oh, wow.
That movie is so funny, and it sucks that, the Kevin Spacey thing right now. But that movie is so funny. So.
You told me you quit. Yes. I told you I wouldn't smoke in the house. I never said I quit.
You said you quit. You haven't had a cigarette in 3 months.
I haven't finished a cigarette in 3 months. I take a few drags. I don't inhale.
You are such a liar. I don't believe
Oh,
it.
I
You
am
sat
not a
right in
liar.
the dining room. You lied to
I
me. You
did
looked me
not.
right in the eye
It
and
wasn't
you lied
even
to
in
me.
the dining
Less
room.
than
It was in the
10
back.
feet from where we're sitting right now. I wonder how many other things you've been lying to me about that I don't know about. That I'm about to... Did you say that you would quit, Caroline?
Wow.
That's a great Christmas one.
Wow, I did not see that one coming.
And Christmas Vacation isn't obvious, but man, that is so ingrained in my family. That is an absolute family tradition. So that's that.
Oh, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
Yeah. You surprised? Surprised, Eddie? If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
Okay.
So now I have like all these 2000 movies that I just are kind of ones that everyone's going to watch because they're on TV all the time. Four Christmases, which I know you don't like.
Not really.
But I love that movie. Elf.
Yep.
I had The Holiday, Love Actually. The Santa Clauses are classics.
Mhm.
You have to watch those. Home Alone, Christmas with the Cranks. It was actually on in the middle of the night last night, and I put it on, and I did fall asleep. But I don't know why I love that movie, but I love that movie.
Oh, I know why you love them. You're a big Tim Allen fan.
Well, I was.
Early
Stuff, Tim Allen, yes. But it's also just funny. And Jamie Lee Curtis is good. Dan Aykroyd's good. Like,
Well,
it's just
it's got surprising amount of heart.
Oh my God! Again another one that I might change before the end if I'm not in the mood to bawl my eyes out.
Hey, old man. I mean,
Surviving Christmas is another one that I know people do not watch, and it is Ben Affleck in that moment of time where he was just like phoning everything in, and he was just annoying. But man, Christina Applegate and James Gandolfini and Moira.
Catherine O'Hara.
Thank you. It's a lovely little and sweet movie, and you get past the Ben Affleck stuff, and it's really, I like it a lot because it's very sweet.
Okay.
The Family Stone is another one that's like you got to get through a lot to get to the ending. Why Him was on last night in the middle of the night. Bryan Cranston is so great. The Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch. I love it. And I didn't think I would. I was so set on the original and was like, don't mess with it. But it is something that I love and watch multiple times.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's a good one. And I'm not the world's biggest Jim Carrey fan. Matter of fact, I really still don't really care for him. But that is a good movie.
It's a Ron Howard movie. That's
what does it.
Yeah. I do have Die Hard in this category.
Sure. That was on my honorable mentions.
Two newer ones, Anna and the Apocalypse. It's a zombie Christmas movie, musical. It's actually really good. The music's really good. And do you remember Godmothered?
Yes.
From a year or two ago?
I love her.
Yeah. So that was Jillian Bell. Is that
Yes.
her name? Amy Adams?
Was it?
I don't
You
remember.
go ahead and vamp for a second. I'll figure it out.
I don't think it was, but that was a movie that came out just on Disney Plus, and it was a Christmas thing, and it was just really sweet, and one that we have not gone and revisited, and I would like to rewatch. Oh, it was Isla Fisher, Amy Adams. Yeah, so Jillian Bell and Isla Fisher, and again, just another sweet little movie.
Well, that's weird. Why wasn't she on the...
I don't know. Sometimes IMDb just misses stuff. So that's kind of my rundown. I know it almost sounds like I listed every Christmas movie made. I did not. I can tell you that. Because there's been newer ones, like Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. Those are very lovely, but don't make my list and that sort of thing. So what did I miss?
There's a couple that you haven't mentioned. I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah.
What about Daddy's Home 2?
Oh my God. I forget about that.
Okay.
See? you can't.
Because that wasn't even on my honorable mention. But I thought for sure you would.
Daddy's Home 2 is one of my favorites that I have to watch all the time. So.
Okay.
What did I miss on yours?
The Night Before is the only one that I...
I did almost put that down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only one that
That's
stuck
a
out
good
to me
one.
from my list. There's just two others. Just Friends.
I just don't think that is a
I
Christmas
know,
movie, but it is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
You don't like that movie, though. I love that movie.
Yeah, I don't really care for it, but I
Okay.
thought you would have put it. And,
Okay.
And I do have it on mine because it's a good...
It's funny.
It's well, and look, I've recently come around to...
Anna Faris is funny as...
She is. But for a long time, back then, I didn't really care for Ryan Reynolds. That was too much Ryan Reynolds for me. But now it's like, okay.
Yeah, you
and
get it.
Things have changed. So.
Okay.
And the only other one on my list that wasn't on your list was Bad Santa.
Yeah, that's not going to
Yeah, that's on mine.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton as Mall Santa. That movie just cracks me
Did
up.
you ever see the second one?
Yeah, I think so.
I never saw the second one.
I don't think I finished it. I couldn't tell you anything about it. And I do want to say that on my honorable mentions, I actually put Our Little Secret.
Oh, yeah. Well, we just watched that yesterday, so
Yeah.
that's funny. Okay.
Yeah, but that's now I
Okay.
enjoyed it so much that made my list. How about that?
I'm so glad. I just love when I get him to watch new things and he likes it. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Doesn't always happen, but when it does,
Yeah.
it makes my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton more, of course, that I'm sure I missed, or that I was trying to think of what comes on and what do I always make sure I have to watch.
I also have While You Were Sleeping.
Yes,
which,
see, I don't think of that as a Christmas
it's
movie.
not really a Christmas
Yeah.
movie. It takes place,
but I do love that.
Involves around Christmas, but
Yeah.
it's not a Christmas movie. So I
Right.
wasn't going to talk about it.
But you did.
But I did.
Okay, I hope this made any sort of sense to you guys. I hope that we discussed a lot of Christmas movies that you love, and maybe some that you haven't watched that you will now go and watch. Please comment below and tell us, did we miss any of your favorites? I mean, I'm sure It's a Wonderful Life and things like that.
Yeah, this is
People
one of
are
those very
gonna be-
subjective things where everybody has their own kind of list.
Absolutely. Would love to hear what your favorite holiday
Yeah.
movies are, or TV specials that maybe we missed. Let us know, because maybe there's something we need to go
Well, there's
watch.
probably, like Daddy's Home too. There's probably a couple obvious ones that we
Right.
just haven't thought about.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
please do,
Yeah,
send them our
definitely
way.
share with us what your thoughts are. If you do go and watch something that you hadn't watched before because of this, let us know what you think of it. We are definitely going to be, I'm going to be watching all of this for the next month for sure. So
I will watch some.
Yes, he will
I
watch
will
some.
watch some.
So I think that's it then.
Yeah, I'm
Happy
exhausted.
holidays to everyone out there.
Absolutely.
We have a lot more happening over the next month, so please subscribe.
Yeah.
Like this video. I'm Danny.
I'm John.
And this is our Charm Midlife. And I will link below to Red One. That's it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.